All right, I got the horn set up on this one where, you know, it's still sort of like a work in progress, so it looks real nasty. But cut the control and receiver on, and basically I've just kind of put this little module right here. So I've left the on switch. It's got a pretty low standby drain, so you know you could probably leave it on if you put a big enough battery on there for a while. It'll drain eventually. You let it sit there forever, but you know I've left it on overnight a few times with the coin cell and it hasn't died. So I've got that on. Let's see, the car's on. So I basically just put it on a button here. So if you notice, it's got this delay when it first comes on. So the first one, there's a delay, but the second one, right? But then you let it sit there long enough. I don't know if it's a capacitor thing or just the way the little chip works, but see how you kind of got to get that first one out the way. If I sit here and let it reset, I guess you could say, if you wait long enough, then again it's got a little delay on it. So it's got its little problems, but it works. Now the other thing about these little modules was I had to edit the audio file to add a little bit of space in the beginning and in the end of the file, because if I didn't do that, it was just clipping the file for some reason, right? So that's basically how that works. And I don't know if you can hear, in this one I've just bootlegged a relay on, right? So I've actually left the push button on here for testing, but I've, in parallel with it, I've put the relay that'll act as the push button. And since I'm kind of driving the Big Rock one around people now, I've got this other one. So this one's like the same thing. It was the same price, same everything, but it was rechargeable. So I just tried that one. Slightly different circuit, put my own battery on. But you see with this one, I'm doing basically the same thing, but this is how I'm gonna do it. I've got one of these little on-off channel circuits for your servo channel. So this basically turns into an on-off switch. So depending on how you set your receiver and your transmitter, you can have this channel, you know, momentary switch on for as long as you hold the button, or just, you know, momentary, you tap it, it'll switch on and off. But basically what that'll do is it'll give you an output off your BEC, right? So basically what I did there was, instead of using a relay, you can use a MOSFET. So this is just a little MOSFET. Got a pull down resistor just in case. As long as I'm cutting the FET on, it's going to act like that switch. So that's just how I'm going to do that. For this guy, I've got the La Cucaracha horn on there.